have no speech, they use no words, no sound is heard from them, yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the earth. Creation exists. Physical creation exists so that the glory of God could be displayed, spoken without words for all the earth to hear. But preeminent at the top of that list would be men and women as God's creation. At ECB we say of all God made, people are his what? Favorite. This is not just about God loving us. This is also about our responsibility to be at the top of that declaring chain. Genesis chapter 127 is a rich, rich verse for many kinds of biblical and theological reasons, but it certainly applies here. Genesis 1:27 says, just after God had finished creating man and woman as the last of his creation, after which he said, this is very good. Nothing needs to be changed. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be improved. And while species evolved and mixed as God created them to be able to do, he was done. When he created man and woman, he was done. Why? God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. All creation announced God's glory, but no one better than us. And I'm not talking just about the words we say, certainly that. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds among all peoples. Yes, say it when needed. But remember, before you say anything, your existence as male or female is to the pleasure and the glory of God. Can I just apply it one way? Women, you can't look at a man and let your first response be, oh, he's so handsome, look at that six-pack. People always say that about me. Why? Because even though that man is very handsome and strong and it looks like he could provide for you and protect you and love you, that's not why he was made first. He was made first to proclaim the glory of his Creator. He was made strong or handsome or whatever you admire about him first for God. Lust is theft. Stealing from God's glory. Men, when you look at a woman, your first thought should not be about the beauty of her body or about the beauty of her personality. Your first thought, as God intended it, should be, what an amazing God we have. That he would make someone like her. I'm not talking about your wife. I'm talking about women. Women exist. They are beautiful inside and out for one primary purpose. There are other purposes that follow, but the first one, without which we are stealing from the Creator, the first one is to say, my, what a magnificent Creator you are. That's the first thought. And anything less, dear loved ones, anything less is theft. Pornography is wrong for many reasons, but that's the first one. Because God made them, and he says what we're for. And no one else. When I inject my preference and my opinion into that order of God's glory, it is theft from the Creator. First and foremost. Pornography is not first dirty, loved ones. It is first stealing. In fact, it's really not dirty at all. It's robbery. It's robbery. Well, that's another sermon, isn't it? But I had your attention, I noticed. Question one is, who's at the throne? Jesus, an outer ring of elders, an inner ring of four living creatures. What are they proclaiming? Question two. What are they proclaiming? I want to answer that question with two of the songs, two of the proclamation chants. I'm not sure what to call them. If I call them songs, you'll know what I mean. The first one in verse 8, and the next one in verse 11, and then three more in chapter 5. We'll only talk about those two today. Notice, first of all, with song number 1 in verse 8, Holy, Holy, Holy. Notice that this is third-person worship. Notice that this is meditation and edification. Notice that they are not talking to God. More specifically, they are not talking to Jesus. They're talking about him. They're not saying, you are holy, Lord God Almighty. They're saying to one another, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. Holy, holy, holy. They never stop saying it. But it's a third-person reality. I'll tell you why that matters in just a moment. Let's go to the content of it. They're proclaiming God's holiness or uniqueness, okay? There are lots of meaning of holy. I haven't found the language yet, either Greek or Hebrew or Thai or